The super stat ship allowed players to change a specific stat on a unit without changing the other two stats. From the release of Anime Vanguard to update 0.5, other than being lucky, this was the only way for players to obtain all good stats on a unit. This item removes a lot of the RNG aspect from the game, making it an extremely useful item in high demand. But that all changed after Update 1. Without being nerfed or changed in any way, the super stat ship became useless, for endgame players at least. This is all because of a new mechanic added to the game, stat transfer. This new mechanic allows players to transfer any or all stat from a unit of their choice to any unit of the same rarity. This mechanic heavily buffed the normal stat ship, because the normal stat ship rerolls all stats on a unit instead of just one. This created a new strategy of grinding good stats. By simply throwing 5 units of your preferred rarity on a team, then have your last unit be a carry. And in just one infinite game, you can reroll a total of 15 stat with 100% stat potential. This uses up only 5 normal stat ship. Then you can just transfer any good stat you got onto your unit of choice. This strategy only has one downside: cost. It costs 10,000 gold to transfer one stat to another unit. But when you're in the endgame, 10,000 gold is just pocket change. To summarize, the introduction of stat transfer indirectly nerfed the super stat ship because it buffed the normal stat ship. So to endgame players like me, the super stat ship is practically useless. So I came up with an idea to make the super stat ship a bit more super for endgame players. The purpose of the super stat ship is to help players grind a specific stat they need. So we do not want to change that aspect of the super stat ship, because that is what differentiates the super from the normal stat ship. So instead, we should play into it. And what I mean by this is we want to enhance this aspect of the super stat ship. While it may sound a bit complicated to pull off, it's actually very simple. All we have to do is change one detail about the super stat ship: luck. By increasing the chance of getting a good stat when using the super stat ship, we would enhance the original purpose of the super stat ship, so that it would be both useful to casual and endgame players. I mean, think about it. Even with the new stat transfer strategy, endgame players will still use the super stat ship, because when we want to grind a specific stat, the newly buffed super stat ship would be much more effective to use compared to the normal stat ship, therefore making the super stat ship useful again. I know there's a lot of smart people out there. If you guys have a better idea, I would like to see them commented below. And if not, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.